Okay, on to Bristol City against Stoke City, 3 p.m. On Saturday. Let's talk to our experts for both teams. Good evening, Sam. Good evening, Liam. How are we?
Yeah, I'm
Evening,
good,
I'm okay,
thank you,
you?
mate. And yourself?
Yeah, we're all good. Let's crack on with this one. This, we've talked this evening so far about so many games it's hard to predict. This is another one. Sam, we'll talk to you first as the home
Yep.
team. You travelled all the way to Leicester. Talk us through that game because you were unfortunate, were you?
Well, we got beaten by better quality, to be fair. We hung in for dear life out there. Had a couple of chances, but that Vardy went and scored a penalty, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, but without the penalty, yes, they were absolutely battering you for
Yes,
left and
definitely.
right. But
We hung on for dear life out there. But, 1-0 defeat away to possibly the champions this season. We'll
yeah,
take that.
yeah, and it's a slight blip, isn't it? Because before that, you've actually had some really good results.
Yeah, yeah.
What's
Sorry,
been the
sorry.
difference then? Sorry, what's been the difference
Uh,
then between Bristol City this year and last year? What's Pearson done that's so good?
I just think that he's got a squad that actually wants to play for him this season. They want to fight for one another. Whereas before we've had a few individual players, but now we see a real togetherness there with the squad.
Okay. What about injuries? I mean, you've got a few out. Does he change the team for this one? Because Stoke aren't going to be battering you the same way Leicester's are. This is where you're going to take the game a bit. So what needs to change?
Well, obviously a big loss for us at the moment is Zach Viner. I think he's been the most improved player over the last 18 months for us. There was rumour of an ACL, but they've announced today that it's only going to be a 4-week injury. So that's fingers crossed. But we've got Tommy Conway coming back in the next couple of weeks. And hopefully he'll start banging in some goals for us.
Okay. Okay. And is this a good time to play Stoke, or do you think this is going to be a case of beware the wounded animal?
Definitely. Definitely. I think, Stoke always come down and beat us down at Ashton Gate. And their run is a bit indifferent at the moment. So we're hoping to win, but it's the sort of game they come down and beat us 3-0.
let's let's get the Potter's view of that. Evening, Liam. Welcome to Terrace Talk.
Hey.
Where do we start with Stoke? The enigma that is Stoke City. Because if you read all the threads before the season kicked off, this was going to be the year. This was going to be all the new signings. There was so much optimism and positivity around the Bet365. What's happened?
Yeah, it didn't take long for the positivity to go. Started really well. Everyone was excited by the signings. Alex Neil's telling us front foot football. No fear, going out doing. He's going to show us what he can do, and he's just turned instantly to panic. He sets his formations and his team out at the minute to defend against what the other teams could do, and that's not working. He signed players to play attacking football, I think, and he's just hit the panic button already.
How much pressure is he under? Because it is only 9 games, well, ninth game into the season. Is it too early to say off you go, mate? Or
It depends. It depends which Stoke fan you ask. I mean,
right.
there's quite a few Stoke fans who give him a free hit last season, saying they weren't his players.
Yeah.
Michael O'Neill's signings were a bit of a mixed bag. So let's see what he can do with his own players. And you ask others, and there is no free hit in football,
No.
no matter whose players they are. It was a few grumblings this season about him, which seems to be slowly growing now. There seems to be more and more asking the question of what has improved since Michael O'Neill left, and there's not a lot.
Yeah, the away form as well is worrying, isn't it? I mean, you play against a good side like Hull at home, and Hull are going to go to lots of teams this week and tear them apart. So we take that result aside. The performances on the road just haven't been that good. Haven't been good enough, have they? Quite straightforward.
No, we had Millwall away, and they absolutely battered us first half. We took the game to the second half, but we're already one down. Couldn't pull it back. Ipswich were just something else. They absolutely battered us, to be honest. It was really comfortable. And then Huddersfield just gone. In that game, we were the better team by far. We played some really good stuff, but we can't defend set pieces and we can't hold on to a lead. And we've sort of developed a trait as well now of conceding quick goals together. Hull, 2 goals in a minute. We played Bournemouth last night, 2 goals in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
He signed players to play a 4-3-3 pretty much, and he's reverted instantly to a 5 at the back. Daniel Johnson's playing left wing back, which is just insane.
So let's talk players coming in, because you've got some doubts, haven't you, over Campbell and Berger, I think, this weekend.
Yeah.
Ben Pearson, midfield, where do you stand on those 3 players in particular?
So I personally like Tyrese Campbell. He's either loved or hated, really, by Stoke fans. I think he's our most dangerous player when he's on it. He hasn't been out this season, though, in all honesty. Walter Berger, when he played his first game at home against Rotherham, I thought, this guy is utter class. He struggled in the league since, in all honesty. The pace of the game is really caught up with him, I think. But I think he will, in time, he will be a good player. Ben Pearson's Ben Pearson, you know. He's already been banned, 5 yellow cards. He got 1 last night. But for retaining the ball, if you want to retain the ball, he's ideal.
Yeah.
The ball comes out from the box, he picks it up, he plays it out. But you just silly yellow cards, needless all the time.
Yeah, he's a no nonsense footballer, isn't he? That's just,
Without a doubt, yeah.
Okay, thanks for that, Liam. Let's cast our eye then to Ashton Gate on Saturday. Sam, first, you will go to Stoke on the last day of the season. Just crystal ball gaze for me a second. What league positions are both Stoke and your team going to be in heading to the Midlands and Staffordshire in the 4th of May?
Hopefully, with us and a great improvement on this, like the last few seasons, we'll be in the top 10.
Okay, and Stoke?
And Stoke just behind us.
I think Stoke fans would take 11th place right now, wouldn't they?
Especially at the moment. Yeah.
Yeah, without a doubt.
All right, okay. Liam, same question to you then. Where are these teams going to be placed going into that game in May?
I think Bristol City, I could see top 10. I think it'd be a decent finish with the strength of the league this year. I think this season's a really difficult season in the Championship. There's a lot of big teams in there. So yeah, I think they could sneak in that top 10. Right. Stoke 16th. That's where we finish. 16th. That is it. That's the name is on 16th for the rest of the time.
I mean, the 2 sleeping giants of football, these clubs for me, aren't they? But we'd love to see Bristol City in the Premier League, and I think I think the Premier League misses Stoke. It's a fantastic ground, not on a windy Tuesday evening. Having been an Everton fan, I mean, the coldest I've ever been at a stadium, that one. But I think these 2 clubs can do so much. There's so much potential, haven't they? And will certainly be an interesting game on Saturday. Let's get predictions then, Sam. Optimistic prediction.
I'm going 2-1 Bristol City.
Hey, there we go. Love that. Liam?
I'm going 1-1.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. Well, enjoy the game. I'm not going to be able to call this one. I'll look forward to chatting to you both next week when we review and preview the next one. Thanks for joining us this evening. And yeah,
yep.
Good luck.
Cheers, Mark.
Take care.
Bye, mate.